The science of agriculture, the land, the seeds, and the man.
Agricultural survival.
They have represented me with the worst image. But I know without a doubt that it's because of your lack of knowledge. Foresight, they don't have to see distance. That's why they're living in ignorance.
The man.
I still see, I say, any country that use.
At least 30. Hi, I'm your host, What Matters at the Roundtable, Stanley West McPherson, September the 18th, 2018. Yes, we're live. We're on Pegasus, Channel 13. Yes, TV cable network, Spectrum. Yes, you can, guess what, get our broadcast 6 days a week now. We're on Sunday, early in the morning, 7:30 a.m. On Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. Okay, we're on Thursday, 7:30 a.m. in the morning, and then we go back to Friday night, 7:30 p.m. and Saturday at 1:30 p.m. And don't forget, live Tuesday night, you can tune in. But hey, we also have a YouTube channel as well. So if you don't have cable, I can send you a direct link and you can get it on your phone or on your tablet, but you can have it. And you can have every show, what we talked about in the past that is happening right now. And also I want to give shout outs to all the ladies, and we want to give our condolences to those that's going through death in the family, funeral arrangements, and all kind of different things. We want to give our condolences to those. At a later time, we will try to set things up to help people for situations like this. Okay, so that's what we're working towards, to help people, help you. I want to give a shout out to Sunshine, also my grandkids, Storm and Sunshine, also Sunshine from Baltimore, Maryland, and Rosedal S. from New York, New York, Kendra, also Pimplia from Australia, yes, from all over. Don't forget, we deal with people all over the world, okay? So we give you a shout out, guess what? It's worth it. Don't forget Dave and Mel and Linda. They helped us at a tremendous time when we needed. So we definitely want to keep letting people know that we appreciate what they have done. Don't forget, we are definitely fighting this cause. So much corruption, so much all kind of nonsense. We are in this thing to win it, you know, and this is what we do. So we want to let you know that this program is for helping people, and that's what we do. Also here with me live in the studio, co-host Milton Webb. Milton, how you doing?
All right, what's up?
Good.
Stan, I want to give a shout out to a couple of people.
Go ahead.
To the people that lost people, friends of mine, brothers, son-in-laws, brother of mine, Alvin Lynch, in Levittown, Pennsylvania, last week, lost his life. Alan, my daughter's ex-husband, got hit on a bicycle, killed him. And Charlene, a friend of ours here around town. We send our condolences to all these people and all their families. They were good people. And you know, they said they only take the good first and early. Well, we send our condolences out to their families and everybody that's out there. That's it. So, Stanley, we gotta sit back sometime and look at the situation of the things that we're in and the misfortunes that a lot of people get. Don't think that you're out there alone, because you're not. We do understand, we know some of the things that are said and some of the things that are seen aren't necessarily what it is. So for a lot of people to say what they say, they need to understand what they're saying before they open their mouth and start talking. But that's the American way. That's the human way. You always talk about stuff you don't know. So yeah.
Yeah, since we're on that topic, it was a young lady that was trying to give me some info about school buses and children, and I didn't really get the details, and I wanted her to really give me that, because it was something that I even heard, in the news about bus drivers. They gonna give them random drug testing, alcohol testing, stuff like that, because the safety of the children. So it was like,
Right.
They got to make sure that the children are safe, and that people are not coming in with hangovers or drinking and this and that, trying to drive a bus, and but she was trying to tell me something about personal about her child, but I don't have that information that she was trying to give me. She didn't give it all to me, and I wanted her to give it to me because I told her I was going to bring it forth on the show. But I don't talk about nothing I don't know.
Right.
If I don't know about it, and if you can't give me that info, I have to wait till you give it to me, okay, so I can do what I need to do, okay, to put it out there. But I can't put nothing out there if I don't know what's the deal, because I can't help you if I don't know about it. So you got to bring it to me. You got to give it to me, make sure I get it so I can bring it here. And because somebody else, like you said, might be going through the same thing. But
Right.
I can't put it here unless you give it to me, okay? Whether you come on the show or whether you see me, and give it to me, however you give it to me, by phone or whatever. But I need it to bring it out, to bring it to the public. So hope when I see you again, you give me that info so maybe next time I can bring it out, okay? Because don't forget, like you said, it's your children, and other children also could be going through the same thing, and it's your children. So I'm with you on that. I just need you to give it to me, okay? Give it to us so we can bring it out. Right now, what we got, what we have knowledge of.
We got knowledge of this.
Okay, this is what we know. Okay, this is a fact. Okay, this is document. This is recorded. You see?
That's right.
Everything we do, we always have that we want to have the facts. We want to have it recorded. So, hey, we can have some, knowledge of, hey, this is what's going on and this is what they're doing. So if someone go and follow that up, they say, yep, that's exactly what they're doing. Right now, you got a whole lot of judges, lawyers, obstructing justice. That's what they're doing. They're obstructing justice and denying due process. The Constitution of the United States, would you believe that? Yes, judges doing that. And we find out not just that, but we're bringing it to their attention, and then we bring in the law to them, the procedure. And they don't want to follow the procedure, but they want you to follow. But it's right before them. We gave it to them. And you know what they're giving us? Silence.
The runaround.
The runaround. Silence. They don't want to do nothing. Oh, it's taking time. It's this and that. It's that. Oh, they still reviewing. They ain't reviewing nothing. We in 150 days already. They ain't reviewing nothing. They see that the procedures, okay, and this is going up the ladder. And what we're saying is now that everybody that we done served papers with, okay, and they got it in their hand, and they have knowledge of it, and they don't do nothing, and they are in this office that they supposed to do something, then they also obstructing justice as well, because their job is to do and to hand down decisions and investigations and all kind of things that they're supposed to do under their job title, okay? Now, if they can't do that, then they disabled too, and they need to get out of that office, okay? And this is why we having elections, and this is what elections is for, is to remove people that's not doing nothing in their office, okay? And this is why November is coming up, okay? And we're gonna look at a whole bunch of seats. We're gonna get people out of those seats. We're gonna call their names out. We're gonna let you know who they are, okay? And we're gonna put them on blast because they ain't doing nothing in that office. And you call them, oh, this and that. Oh, we got it, this and that. But so what are you doing? What are you doing? We called the Judicial House. We called the Supreme Court. We gave them documents. All of this stuff comes, this law procedures come from them. Now all of a sudden when they get it back, they don't want to do nothing. But it's good to send it out. It's all easy to send it out to us.
Oh, yes.
Oh, here, this is a procedure. This is that. Oh, this is a new rule. This is the judicial conference. This is the rule. This is the, but when you give it back to them and say, hey, well, such and such is in violation of this procedure, now you don't want to talk to me. Now you don't want to send nothing to me. Now you don't want to say nothing to me. Why? Because he's a judge? Because he's your colleague? You know? This is outrageous, you know? So basically you're saying is, well, if he did bad, don't worry about it. I ain't going to do nothing about it. So what you're saying is, don't worry about it. Obstructing justice. We ain't going to do nothing about it.
But if that was you,
But exactly.
if that was you, and you was in the court of law and you obstructed justice, trust me, they was doing everything.
They'll come and get you.
Oh, yes.
You know, the FBI, the DEA, all of them will come at you and they use that same old rule.
That's
that
right.
same old rule. Obstructing the justice.
Obstructing justice.
This and that. You harbor somebody, or you withheld evidence from to help. You see?
You obstructing justice.
Thank you. You're obstructing justice. They hurry up and use that at you. But now,
When
they're
it's
obstructing when it's them, they don't want to hear that same rule.
Nope.
They want to hear that same law. They're obstructing justice and they denying due process of the Constitution because due process was the procedure and they didn't follow. So they violated. Okay? So what they are saying is, oh, they're going to deny me due process. So they profiling. These judges are profiling. Why? They're profiling racial. They're profiling me economic, okay, and social. That's how they profiling me because they see that I know what I'm doing. And so now they can't get around it. So what they do, they go with the cartels. Oh, I'm sorry, I ain't meant to say that.
Yeah, right.
The banks are cartels. You didn't know that, did you? Yes, they are. Because they lobby. This is what they do. They lobby for the rules. They lobby for the law. And they lobby to make it in their favor. So they throw money at it. Listen, they threw a lot of stuff, derivatives, under the Bill of Exchange Act. Yep, they threw it under there. Heck, let me tuck this in here. They tucked it in there so they could do derivatives, so they can bet on the weather. Don't you know people betted on that Hurricane Francis?
Of course they did.
You know they betted on that, right? They made money off that. They made millions off that. They bet on the weather. Where it's going. Where it's going to make a turn at. Is it going to go to Jersey or is it going to come upstate? They betted on it. See, you don't know this, but I do. See, I do my research. I do my homework. So I know what they do. You don't know, but I do. That's what they did. They betted on it. People lost their lives. People got hurt, but they made money off that.
That's what they do.
That's what they did. That hurricane made a turn, and it didn't come up this way. It went some other way. You see? Somebody they made a lot of money off that, even millions. You see? This is why I'm telling you they use the Bill of Exchange Act to do these things. Now, That law is 197 years old. 197 years old. That's a landmark. Why you think they're using it to do Wall Street? Huh? Why you think they sell and exchange, sell stocks? That's where you think all that comes from. That's under the Bill of Exchange Act. Okay? That's what it is. Exchanging, selling, stocks, derivatives, all of that.
Bonds.
Mutual funds, everything.
Yes.
It's all under that. Banking. That's what the bank does. Okay? Promissory notes. That's what they do.
Right.
All of that is under Bill of Exchange Act. But they don't want to follow the rules when you do it. It's all right when they do it. But as soon as you do it, they got a problem. They don't want to hear. They don't want to answer up. They don't want to do nothing. But we're putting them on blast because I found the law. It says that you can put the judges out there, put their names out there. Put their names out there on television. Put them out there because they done wrong. And that's the rule. And that's unethical, okay? The unethical, that's the ethical. And that, not even, you know what? That's not even from here. That's from Canada. They made that from Canada, but we followed it. We follow what Canada is doing.
Their laws.
See, but Canada lock them up. Over here, they do this. Or they just admonish them, don't do that again, wait a little bit, wait a while. And then that's what they do to them. But Canada locks them up. You go to jail. Because once you obstruct and you violate it, you're done. You see, the lawyer did something, disbar him. He's on corruption, he's taking bribes, he's out. He's done. You know, what's going on here? So this is what needs to be done. These men are disabled, okay? Disability got a new name to it. It's got a new meaning. And it says that these judges are disabled, dysfunction. They can't make a ruling, okay? Why? Because they want to give it to somebody else that already, you see what they did was they purged themselves. They was under prejudice. They were purged, and guess what? They swore and lied to the court under oath. See, because if you under oath and you put in some documents to the court, and then you lie, you under perjury. They can lock you up. And it says, the statute says 5 to 15 years. That's what the statute said. But you know where that statute came from? I'm going to tell you where it came from. It came from 1933 when gold, the government wanted your gold. They was under depression. And they used the statute to say, you swear and tell the truth. Do you have any gold? And some people would say, oh, no, I don't have no gold. And they say, well, you swear. And they used the statute against people. And if they had gold, they locked them up under that statute.
Sure did.
That's what the statute was for. Now, that was in 1933. We now in 2018, look at the statute. They're using it for other things. They use it for law. They use it for this. They use it for notary. They use it for everything. You know, they use it for different things. But the statute was made for is to take your gold. And to find out if you had gold and we needed your gold and you lied to us, we would get you under this statute. And that's what that statute came from. See, people didn't know that, but I did research. I know where it came from, you see. And you know what? They know where it comes from too, see. Not just me, I know, but they know too. The judges, all of them, they know. Because they had to go up the same ladder, learn that stuff. They know it. And that's why everything I'm telling you here
It's true.
is true. Because
It's a fact.
not just I know it, but they know it.
Oh, yeah.
And don't forget, you are most dangerous when you have knowledge. See, that's what the Bible says. The Bible says knowledge is power. Knowledge is a lot. See, knowledge opens your eyes to awareness. You see? Don't forget, it says money is a defense. But also, knowledge is a defense as well. You see? It's a defense as well. And that's what the Bible says. So, believe me, once you have knowledge, you have a lot, okay? Because now they just can't put anything over on you.
A lot of these judges are going with this that you don't know about that.
Right.
So therefore, they do the things that they do to you in court and everywhere else. Some of you people have lost your houses.
Yes, they do.
All right? They took your houses. These bankers took your houses. They did it through the court.
Yes, they did.
All right? You wasn't supposed to lose your house. You wasn't supposed to lose your house.
That's right.
But the courts and the bank took your house. Do some researching on that and find out. You could have paid that house off with a promissory note. But they didn't tell you that.
No.
They didn't want you to know that because they wanted your house. Check it out. We're sitting here, we're telling you these things. We're not telling you these things because we think this. We're telling you this because we know this.
That's right.
Okay? And they don't want you to use promissory notes. They use promissory notes every day.
That's right.
When you go up to make a loan and you sign a piece of paper, that's a promissory
That
note.
sure is.
Okay? Now you can make your own promissory note and take it to the bank. They may accept it, but they can't tell you why they can't accept it or they won't accept it. But they'll tell you, well, we have a promissory note. If you just wait and sign this here, no, don't do that. Don't do that.
That's right.
All right? Because now what they're doing, that promissory note that they're having you to sign is a loan. Okay?
That's right.
So when you give them a promissory note, whatever the amount is on that note, that's what they're supposed to give you. They're going to make 3 times as much off of your note.
Exactly.
So they don't care. They should take your note because they're going to make 3 times as much. But they don't want you to know
That's right.
about promissory notes.
And the law is on your side.
And that's right.
Because if they don't accept the note, then you get 3 times as much. See, that's the irony of this. See, that's the opposite, is you get 3 times now. They just blew it. And
Right.
the judges know this. The courts know this. Why? Because they know the procedure as well as you do and I do. But guess what? They stall. They delay. They're doing it for the banks. They're trying to get it out of the paper, out of the news. They try to get it out of the media, to get it out of the air, because they don't want you to know about it. So what they do is they try to delay. Tactics. That's no, you keep it in the media. You
Yes.
keep it on the television. Why? Because we know that not just some people going through that, but a whole bunch of people going through that. And they're using, okay, these, they're court appointed, they say. But these attorneys are only officers of the court. So they're not for you. They're officers of the court. So that means that they're for the court. So they ain't gonna work for you. You know, just a little while ago, I was checking my phone out, and it says that they had a whole bunch of houses that they done took from people, and they done gave the banks $12.6 million to fix up the houses after they done left the houses, molded, wreck it, and now they tell them to fix it up, and so that they can now, they give them that money. You see, this is what I'm telling you, they racketeers. You see, that's what they are. Cartel, bank, racketeers. That's all they are. Moving money, okay, through an institution, and that is the bank. You see? So it go unnoticed because, oh, well, this is a bank. No, this is a bank. But the bank is stealing and taking from you. And this is what they're doing.
And the judges are letting them do it.
Yes.
The judges are letting them do it. Not
Yes.
only are they letting them do it, they're helping them do it.
Yes.
So you got to be careful. When they talk about foreclosing your mortgage, you need to talk to somebody. And it's not just, you can't go to, what is it, the state?
No, yeah, yeah, that's right.
Don't go to the state because
go to the
those are the
state.
ones that's trying to take your house. You go to, who is it, Stanley?
Sure.
UCC.
That's right.
All right,
You know,
that's where you got to go.
You can't go under the procedures because don't forget, in the book, in this book right here, this is their rules, their procedures, their practices. But in the book, it says admiralty law, okay? So if they're practicing admiralty law, then that's under UCC, then they should be automatically ruling in your favor because this is a negotiable instrument, and the instrument is under the Bill of Exchange Act, okay? That's what this is under. But here's what they do. They take your procedure and they give you, we'll give you 120 days, this and that, and then we slash, and then we dismiss your case. You don't get a hearing, you don't get nothing.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't get a conference. And then, under the 90-day procedure that you're supposed to get it under the statute, you don't get nothing. But we have a lot here to contain, to tell you, but we can't do it all tonight.
In a half an hour.
Okay, so guess what? Our time is up, and we want to let you know here and tonight that we gonna fix this thing up, and we're gonna make sure that they get that. We're gonna expose all these judges, the Second Circuit, everybody, the Supreme Court. We're gonna get them. We're gonna just expose them. They are obstructing justice, and we're gonna bring it to them, and we're gonna bring it to somebody that's fighting for this with us. Okay, we'll see you next week. Good night.
Put up the gun and make we farm up the ground. You know see from what year, too much blood a run. Put down the gun and make we farm up the ground. Them say global recession so food Africa in a ground. Put down the gun and make we farm up the ground. Me have to return to St. Anne's and left Kingston. When you plant a new crop, the world start clap. All human beings start embrace that. There is no solution in this pollution. Them only mission is to create era done. Then after election, them cut them one. Get a use. Take this message from this Rastaman. I and I. The gun and make we farm up the ground. You know see from what year, too much blood a run. Put down the gun and make we farm up the ground. Them say global recession so food Africa in a ground. Put down the gun and make we farm up the ground. Me have to return to St. Anne's and left Kingston. When you plant a new crop, the world start clap. All human beings start embrace that. There is no solution in this pollution. Them only mission is to create era done. Then after election, them cut them one. Get a use. Take this message from this Rastaman. I and I.
What matters at the Roundtable? Stanley McPherson, not a minimum wage, not any other kind of wage, but a living wage. Our broadcast schedules are Sunday at 7:30 a.m., Tuesday, 7:30 p.m., Wednesday, 1:30 p.m., Thursday, 7:30 a.m., Friday, 7:30 p.m., and Saturday, 1:30 p.m. Get on the train.
Y'all have a good night. See you later.